the next bet.
Yeah.
In between four numbers, so in this case 19, 20, 22, 23, we call that a corner.
Silly question. Is it because it's covering the corners?
Indeed.
Oh, see, that way I could remember it. That's not that complicated.
Well, if you think straight up is a straight up, splits two, a street because it's like a little street, and corner because it's a corner.
See, now it's making sense. So here, with a £1
£1 out
chip, I've got 19, 20, 22, 23, is that right?
Yeah, and if any four of those numbers come in, you're going to get paid 8 to 1. So £8 in this case.
I like that.
Yes, all right. There's one more bet that we need to cover as well on the layout.
Right.
Now this covers 6 numbers. It only pays 5 to 1, but there is a bigger chance of winning. We call that a 6 line. Covers all 6 of these numbers. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24.
So it's in between what? The streets?
Yeah, right? It's in between the streets, on the line.
Always on the line, and it always covers the numbers what? Either side and down?
It covers all 6 of these numbers. That's why we call it a 6 line. Line and 6 numbers.
So if I move it, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Here.
Yep.
I'm covering 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
That's right.
So, from playing in the middle of the table, where can I go next?
Well, that's the layout. What we're going to do now is introduce you to the outsides. And we start with these 6 boxes here. 1 to 18, all low numbers.
Oh, what, this little box here?
Yeah.
So the boxes are used, okay.
Even, red, black, odd, and 19 to 36, all high numbers. These are an even money bet.
Right.
In most of our casinos, it's either £5 or £10 minimum on these bets.
Oh, so I wouldn't be able to just put my £1?
No, but you could put 5 of those pounds on there as a bet.
Right, so if I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... See, I'd be a very slow groupie. So for that first one, 1 to 18.
1 to 18, all low numbers.
Low numbers. What does that cover?
Now, basically, it means 1 to 18. So if any number between 1 and 18 comes in, you are going to get paid even money. So you bet 5 and you win 5.
Oh, okay. So whatever number, it's all the same.
Anything between
even.
1 and 18, yeah. 19 to 36, they're not your friends in this case.
They're not my friends.
What will happen? You'll lose all your bet on that.
So, again, if I was to put 5 on here, so there'd be no point putting...
No, because you're never going to win on that. You're only going to pay yourself.
Okay, so 19 to 36.
19 to 36, yeah.
Covers quite literally 19 to 36.
So that's one half of the board and that's the other half of the board. The same applies with even and odd. So in this case, you place on even, you get all the even numbers.
Ah.
It pays the same even money, so you bet 5, you win 5. And it's probably the simplest bet we have.
Yeah, and same with the odd as well.
Same with the odd, yeah. And the last 2 bets are the ones right in front of you that you probably recognise.
These are famous.
These are.
Yeah.
Yeah, red or black.
Minimum £5 on the red, and a red number comes up.
Again, win £5.
Even bet.
Yeah, and it's obviously all the red numbers. You'll see some of the numbers on the layout are yellow.
Yeah.
They represent the black numbers. Otherwise, we can't see them on the layout, so that's why they're in yellow.
And is every roulette table like that with the
every single
colour?
Table is set the same. The numbers are the same colour on every single table.
Brilliant. So that's all of these out here, the outside bets.
Yeah. Now we'll go on to the next bet, which is the dozens. Okay, you'll see it here, first 12. That means the first 12. So you get numbers 1 to 12. If any of those numbers come in, you get paid 2 to 1. It's a little bit more risky because you're only betting a third of the wheel, so you get paid 2 to 1. So you bet 5, you'd win 10.
So still though, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a big chunk of the layout. Yeah.
See, I thought these were literally, I didn't realise it, with a roulette table, wherever you go, everything has a value.
Yeah, if it touches, it's a bet, basically.
So here, the first dozen, and is there, there's lines.
Yeah, you'll see the lines, yeah.
Separate the dozen?
Yeah.
Okay, and a minimum?
Again, £5. Any bet that's not on the layout, so any of the outside bets is going to be £5.
So that's the first dozen.
Yeah.
Quite literally the second dozen.
So 13 to 24, any of those numbers come in, you've bet 5, you're going to win 10.
And you can, I mean, is that done on purpose so we can actually see?
Yeah, it's a visual game. You see the bets, they're physical bets, and it's a nice, easy way to see things.
Yeah. Last but not least?
Obviously the third dozen, so 25 to 36, bet 5 and win 10.
I like this.
Okay, the last outside bet that I'm going to introduce you to are the columns.
The
Now,
columns.
they work on the same principle as the dozens, i.e. that you're going to get 12 numbers. But in this case, this first column here, that's all the numbers in
It's like
this
a long
column.
street.
Yes, it's like a long street, but don't call it a long street.
Right, because you won't know what I'm talking about.
Can I have a long street, please? No, it's not going to work. Yeah.
So that's covering.
Yeah, all these numbers 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, and 34. So everything in that line pays the same as a dozen. So you're going to bet 5, you're going to win 10 free.
So the minimum is still £5 and it's classed as an outside bet.
It's an outside bet because it's not a number. That's how you class the outside. Anything that's not touching a number is an outside bet.
And you always get even, so you always get the same
No,
back.
you get evens on these 6 boxes,
Right.
but on here you're going to get 2 to 1 because it's a little bit more risky. So you're going to bet 5, win 10. So second column, right there, all the numbers in this column. Again, bet 5, win 10. And the third column. And that's how to ask the dealer for it. So if you want that place, you would say first column, third column.
So is that classed as the first column?
That's the first closest to you.
Right.
Second is the middle, obviously, and the third closest to the dealer.
So minimum's £5.
Yep.
I've got it there on the third
That's
column.
the third column, yeah.
So if, say, number 18 comes
Number
up, what do I
18
win?
comes in, you're going to win £10, plus keeping your original bet. So
Ah,
you'll have a total of 15 there.
I like that.
Once that's paid as well, the dealer will cut into it and pay the bet. Once that's paid, you can take that bet straight away, and it's your responsibility to remove it. So if you leave it on there,
So I can leave it on there
you
if I
can
want to.
leave it on there. If you do want to leave it on there, best thing to do, stack it up. And that shows us that you want to bet it all.
So, 0.
Yes, 0.
Does it have the same bets as all the other numbers?
As a layout bet, yes. So if you put one chip upon 0, you're going to get paid 35. Or you can split them between 0 and 1, 0 and 2, 0 and 3, and you'll get the 17. Or if
But it's so big. Surely the size of it means that it's, over 3 numbers, so 3 times 35 to 1, no?
No, 35 is 35. That's what we pay on a number.
Okay,
The main difference with 0 is how it affects your outside bets.
right.
So there's the 6 bets on the outside: low, even, red, black,
Yep.
odd, and high.
So it's
Now-
low number
Yeah, low numbers.
would be 0.
0 is not a low number. 0 is not one of those numbers. So if you've got your £5 on the outside bets, these 6 bets, if
Yep.
0 comes in, we're going to take half your bet from you. So we don't take it all, we take half your bet. So in your case, it'd be £5. We take
£5?
£2.50 from you. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you lose half your bet with 0.
Oh, okay, and that's...
That's the major difference between 0 and all the other numbers on the layout.
Why is that, or just...
It's just what it is. 0 doesn't fall into those categories, so that's how we deal with it. Also, if you're betting on the dozens, so
Yeah.
first 12, second 12, third 12, all the columns, if 0 comes in, then all bets are down from those, so you get nothing back on those.
So if I was to place £5 on, say, second dozen,
Yeah.
0 comes up, I'd lose
Yeah, it's all
everything I've placed down. Even though it looks like 0 is part of the columns.
It's not
Still
part of
isn't.
anything, which is why it's placed there on the layout above and not in the gaps with all the other numbers there, not in line with these boxes.
So I can still put £1.
Yep.
So it's the same as the rest of the table.
Same as the rest of the table. It's got the
So-
same chance of coming in as well.
Oh, has it? So
All bets are equal.
the odds
Yeah.
for straight up for 0.
35
still-
to 1.
And then we've got split. So
Split between 0 and 1, 0 and 2, and 0 and 3.
okay. And then corner. Where
You
would
can
that
have a
be?
0 corner, also called the first 4. That's the more familiar bet, first 4, yeah.
So the 0 corner covers literally
0,
all
1,
those.
2, and 3. You get 8 to 1 for that. And then you can have 0 streets. So 0, 1, 2 or 0, 2, 3. Both of those bets pay 11 to 1.
And I guess with a street, as long as it's covering the 3 numbers.
Yes, the 3 numbers. Same as when you played earlier, the 4,
Yeah.
5, 6. Exactly the same principle.
Obviously no 6 line because
There's no 6 line because it can't cover 6 numbers. So those are all your main bets on 0.
that's the only way to include zeros if you actually
Bet
physically,
on it, yeah.
and it's still the same odds as the rest of the table.
Pretty much.
Okay, thank you. It's been great. I feel like I'm much more confident thanks to Joseph, and I can't wait to come back to ASPERS Casino and play for real.